your inaugural speech, when I sat in that audience and heard you as the first governor that in my 21 years of serving to put marriage equality in your inaugural address, told me and demonstrated to me for once, I wasn't alone in leadership in this building on this issue, that I had a true friend in our life, and you sir have absolutely made that delegation, Senior Senator Jack Reed, Sheldon Whitehouse, Jim Landry, a former colleague, and dear friend David Cicilline, our General Officers, our Lieutenant Governor, Secretary of State, and our Treasurer, Gina Raimondo, as well as my good friend, I see Mayor Angel Taveras in the audience, for all of the words, support, and push that you gave us to truly win at our backs in making sure, and the unanimity of all of you and your support for this issue is really, really touching to me as a gay man, as well as an elected official. So I appreciate all of your personal support. Just come up here and say the heck of the speech and let's just sign the doggone bill. But there are a lot, as I said, there are a lot of parents to this victory, and these are the moments, listening to, first and foremost, all of the representatives who voted on this issue and gave yourselves, listened to people, learned from people, educated yourselves, were moved by the message of the folks that are represented here. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love democracy. I love government. And today, as the governor talks about the inscription on the south portico in terms of this lively experiment, this, above and beyond the importance of this particular issue, proves and demonstrates that the lively experiment that Roger Williams and so many others founded so many generations ago in all the tense times, it does work. It does work. But in order to work, it needs you, and it needs us. You have to make known what your concerns are. You have to be engaged. You have to be involved. You have to stand up. And this issue, for so many people, it's hard to get up and testify. It's hard to put your life on the table for everyone to ridicule and criticize. It's tough. But you have done it. You did it. This is your victory. It is your victory. It's our victory. We did it together. And I want to point out some particular individuals. Representative Arhandy, the prime sponsor of the House. Arhandy, 11 years, you sponsored this bill. A straight man. Made this not because he just put a bill in, because he knew he wanted myself and Marcus to have just what he and Tish had. That he knew it was the right thing to do, because that truly is the measure of this individual. He did this not because he had to, because he wanted to. And that, dear friends, is leadership. So thank you very much, Arhandy. We talk about in the House putting a face on an issue. You became the face internally in the House on this issue. When you were elected in 2007 and you came in, it was the first thing you talked about, and brother, you've been talking about it ever since. But it absolutely lends support for this issue. And you being a member of that House, having folks have to talk to you every day, seeing you as a member, seeing the love and the life that you and Tony built, was a message that was beyond any words we could put to paper. It was a message of love that resonated, and I'm sure every member of the House, whether they voted for this bill or didn't, loves you for that, accepts what you say, and accepts your marriage to Tony. And that is moving forward. That's the world progressing forward. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. My chair of judiciary and dear friend Edie Ajello. Edie's gonna make me cry. Edie. I am telling Edie Ajello, does not get all the credit she deserves, nor does she want credit. Edie Agello is the first female to chair a major committee in the history of the House of Representatives. The first woman. But she's not chairperson because she's a woman. Because many told me that she's not a lawyer. She can't chair the Judiciary Committee. Look around, Edie. Boy, have we proven them wrong, have we not? Have we not? To watch you work with grace and intellect and compassion, watching those long hearings that anyone, and I was a chairman of a committee as well, to maintain that decorum, to bring out the best, and even when people are there at their worst, and I watched it with one particular young person testifying that was on the edge of being inappropriate, but to watch you lead that child through the testimony to a very difficult issue and make sense of it all was a shining example of who you are, what you are, and the true dignity that you bring to that chairmanship. So I am proud to have appointed you chair of judiciary, and the proof is in the pudding. So thank you very much. Majority Leader Nick Mattiello. I don't know where Nick is. Where is Nick? Nick, thank you, my partner in leadership, in a living, breathing example of how people move on this issue. Nick was not originally a supporter of this issue, but he listened to the members. He listened to constituents. He listened to many of you. And Nick Mattiello not only voted for this, he was the third name on the prime sponsor of this bill. So Nick couldn't have done it without you. You represent the movement of this issue, and we respect you greatly for that. So many other representatives that work, not only Elaine Collier, Anastasia Williams, Grace Diaz, Donna Walsh, just to Joe Almeida, Grace Diaz with her message of love on the floor today. That's what it's about. That's what this is about. I am Donna Nesselbush. Donna Nesselbush. Talk about a face on Lincoln. I love it. But when Rhoda Perry, my senator, pass the torch to you, and all the hard foundational work that Rhoda did in the Senate, and I see Josh Riley as well, another one, passed it to you. You didn't miss a step. You took it and kept running with it, and I heard from a few senators. Some of the internal political stuff we must do, nothing illegal. You were willing to sacrifice your own health and well-being to get this bill done. That truly, truly matters. Someday we'll put in a book. And I want to also offer thanks, and she's not with us here, is my friend and colleague in government, Senate President Teresa Clyburn. She didn't vote for this bill. But those of us that know her, they know when you're in leadership, stepping aside to let a vote happen without sanction can often be looked at as a no-confidence vote. And so it's a very scary thing in politics. You may never get control again. But I have spent so many minutes of my life with Teresa Clyburn, and I know she's a lady of beliefs, of conviction, but she's also a person